Yes, you have a problem with Nigerians. No one is stopping you. But also, we cannot ignore the fact that she would not be here if she was illegal. In terms of, she's got the paperwork, she was born here, she qualifies. And somebody said, she is divorced, she's a divorcee, and she has a child. Some people speak from Zubili. They forgot that the rules have changed. You can enter in South Africa. Noxi, no ngathi okusalayo asimfuni. Uthi angi, ithi angi. Niyathanda ukusifaka endaweni zeni. Ithi angi mufuni. Ungathi asimfuni. Ungasifaki thina. Wena nobobani? Ungasifaki thina.
Shuhelaus and welcome back to yet another trending story segment with me, Yolokazi Kagi. I think most of us have seen that Miss South Africa, Chidimma, has been facing some xenophobic backlash for the past 7 days, like I said, and this is merely because there are some South Africans that are questioning her eligibility due to her Nigerian father, of course. And as we know, she was rather raised here in South Africa and does have a South African mother, but even her mother is of Mozambican roots, if I can put it like that. And people were just debating even around her accent and that she even sounds more Nigerian than she sounds South African. So some celebrities have decided to jump in on this topic, like your Pro 2C, Lerato, as well as Somizi. So up next, guys, I will just go ahead and insert their debate. Then at the end, most definitely, I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
My issue is the whole thing around here for me is the energy we are giving to this. Number one.
Oh, sorry, the lights. I'm in my makeup room. Lights are not on. I also cracked my screen. Excuse, guys. Let me try and switch on the light. Sorry. Is that better?
Yeah. So for me, it's the energy, right? I'm saying, for me, the energy is misdirected. And I understand people are frustrated. I'm also frustrated about the illegal immigrants that are destroying our country. I am frustrated, right? But I have my senses at the right place and my emotions at the right place to know not to now use my energy and my anger towards this young lady.
Sure.
There's home affairs to deal with that is responsible for the gap that we are in right now. There's over 1 million illegal immigrants in this country destroying the country. That whether this girl is in Miss SA or not, it's not going to change that.
Sure.
Right? However, it's like we are forcing somebody who is illegal to be a part of this pageant. Right? So, Mina, what makes me sad, I'm very pro-women. Right? What makes me sad is that women in this country are at the bottom of the barrel in every sphere, every industry, everywhere. Then the part being maybe a black male or in Tontoni. Another top part that is pressing on is another black woman that is hating on the other black woman and pressing them and killing them and sabotaging them and doing all these negative things. Right? So for me is that because she looks weak, she looks fragile, it's easier for us to attack. That is my stance.
So it is exactly that. I spoke about it on radio yesterday. I said South Africans have found it easier to attack black women because we are weaker. We are seen as weaker. But also people that contribute is black women themselves. Number one, I spoke about the fact that I wouldn't be part of an organization that is dishonest. There was proper vetting that was done, proper research was done, proper documentation were received. She is South African. Do you understand? I understand where people's frustrations are coming on, but now my opinion, and I said, because I don't want to go into depth about this, my opinion is based on facts, factual, things that I have gone and seen for myself, investigations that I've done, because also my reputation could be on the line if it's not true, right? Now, I am putting my head on the table and basing whatever that's happening on facts and not gossip and narrative that's been put out on social media, right? And it's just so sad how the snowball effect, how People literally every week come up with something from her mom is not this, her mom is this and that, and people are running with it. But it shows you that South Africans don't have the time or the resources or the capacity to actually, or to, the effort to make a research. I promise you, 90% of the people that are saying all these things are picking it stompies up from other people and not on facts. Miss South Africa has released a statement that all the necessary requirements were met. The reason why I was chosen as a judge, because friend, I'm very opinionated and I stand for something. I'm not someone who's going to sit there and say, oh, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want controversy around me. No, I stand for something. I speak my mind. I've spoken to the organization. We've said the things that we have to say, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I understand where everyone else is coming from, the frustration, I respect it. But why is it easier to attack a black woman? There was a couple of Miss South Africas not so long ago. One was Portuguese. There's others that I'm not going to mention that were half this, half that. But the same energy, the same energy was not used. The same energy was not used.
Contestant.
Because it's easier to attack a black person.
Absolutely.
It's easier to attack a black woman. The requirements are you have to be a South African citizen. And that's exactly what she is. So what are we still fighting for? And then I know you mentioned, there's the attention is not being given to the other girls. Let me tell you, we've got very strong contestants. They're very strong. They're very open-minded. And this is not affecting them at all because they are focusing on the prize themselves. The only person I feel sorry for, and I'm hoping that she gets some kind of therapy, etc., is this young lady, and that's it. Let's base our points on facts. Social media is so dangerous because everything that you are seeing on social media is based on assumption and gossip. When are we as South Africans going to start making, if it was on facts, that's a completely different thing. And I was a bit disappointed with the minister yesterday, let me tell you. With the last statement that he made, that it's starting to look dodgy. Very irresponsible of him as a minister to say something like that. He could have said, I am going to look into this as a minister. I'm going to look into this. I know South Africa is very upset about this and this and that and that. Yes, and that's fine. But you can't be saying things like, this is looking dodgy. You can't. It's irresponsible as a minister because now we are putting the life of this young lady in danger also, who is already who's already dealing with so much. If she was let me tell you, if she was dishonest from the get-go, I would have removed myself from because it's my reputation. I would have removed myself from the pageant because I speak about, now I'm all about morals and ethics and principles. Do you understand? Hallelujah. So people are just, like, Mang Mang Oreng, a gossip page says this, then we run with this. It's fine when it's other things, but this is something very crucial and a very sensitive subject to South Africans, and that I understand 100%.
Can I ask something? So, yeah, in the top man.
Now we are in the top 12.
Okay, isn't there an Asian woman there? Asian South African woman?
No, she was out already. She was eliminated.
Okay, cool. Now, I've just realized something. For instance, and this is my last question. I have to go, Lerato. I'm sitting.
No, I also have to go. I have a meeting. Yeah.
Yeah. Trevor Noah was born to a South African mother and a Swiss father. Please make it make sense to me.
No, your people, they must say. They must say it there.
Yeah, please make it make sense.
There's a long list. It's just that we don't want to throw other people under the bus. And, it's just so sad. People don't want to have fruitful, mature conversations anymore. Now, once you swear at me, you've lost the battle. Do you understand? Once you swear at Somizi, you can express yourself without being vulgar and being disrespectful. I know where this is coming. The frustrations that were coming. I was born and bred in Soweto. I know the problems that are facing the young people from Soweto because I am there 24/7. I work with these young people. So I know those things. Hence, I say, nah, if this was happening, I wouldn't be sitting here saying, endorsing something that I know it's not true. Do you understand? But anyway, it is what it
Yeah.
is, friend. People
Anyway.
are, yeah.
Yeah. But we needed to talk about this. And like I said, Guti, there is nothing wrong. We can't all agree on the same
No,
on one thing.
absolutely.
We can't all
100%.
agree. We
100%.
can't all
Yeah.
agree. And to those that don't agree, they have their reasons. And they
Yes.
have the
Yeah.
right, they have the right to challenge to those that are not agreeing with them, as much as
Yeah.
those that don't agree with them have the right to challenge. And for me, it's just about being civil and being
Sugars. So after they decided to go live, unfortunately, this debate of theirs was not really received well by a lot of South Africans once again. And, you know, I can understand their frustration, stating that celebrities, all of a sudden, they are able to speak in matters that aren't that serious. But when we are calling them for, you know, Nigerians are selling drugs, Nigerians are involved in human trafficking, they are nowhere to be seen. They don't even want to comment. But now that it's Miss South Africa, here they are in the front line, you guys. So this one person is saying, guys, how come South African politicians, your celebrities, radio personalities, and mini celebs like your Nota, KB, etc., they always go against us, even if we're raising issues that are hurting South Africans? You guys are constantly going against us. Like how, for example, Nigerians are scamming us. You guys are always going against us and saying there are also South Africans that are scammers. There are also South Africans that are drug dealers. There are also this is what they constantly do. They will always, by all means, try to go against us. Now, even the EFF, you guys, has decided to hop in on this. And let me tell you something. People are not at all impressed. They released their official statement, and let me just read it for you guys. It says, the EFF notes with deep concern and unequivocally rejects the escalating Afrophobic attacks directed at Miss South Africa contestant Chidimma on social media. This hateful comments stem solely from her Nigerian heritage, despite her meeting all the requirements of the competition and being South African born. Firstly, Chidimma eligibility to compete for the Miss SA title should never have been questioned, as the competition performed due diligence to verify the status of all contestants. Secondly, the intense scrutiny and vitriol aimed at Chidimma reveals a continued colonized mindset among many South Africans. True, the situation reflects a remands, you guys, this Batong Rona my tongue. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think it says remnants of apartheid and colonization, where divisive ideologies continue to plague our society. It is particularly troubling that previous contestants of foreign descent did not face similar scrutiny when they were white or Asian, such as Vanessa Gekas, whose parents are Portuguese and Angolan, highlighting a blatant case of Afrophobia, you guys. So they are saying, the EFF is further saying that we call on all South Africans to introspect and ask themselves, why such harshness towards a 23-year-old black South African woman? What does that say about your mind? Is this a reflection of my deep-seated prejudices? Furthermore, this anti-African sentiment is not limited to Miss South African contestants. Members of Parliament Unaledi Chiroa, born in South Africa, is currently facing a similar hatred despite her citizenship. While even Natasha Mazone, who is a first-generation South African of Italian descent, both parents, by the way, does not warrant such outrage. So they are saying people of European, Indian, and Asian descent who even hold public office in South Africa, they do not receive the same level of abuse and scrutiny. Yet, Africans born in South Africa are the ones that are currently receiving this kind of hatred. The EFF is saying we must also be vigilant about the potential descending into tribalism that such Afrophobia can precipitate. So the EFF has always advocated for the decolonization of our outlook as Africans towards other Africans. We must recognize and celebrate our shared humanity and reject the divisive forces that seek to sow discord among us. The EFF stands in solidarity with Chidimma and all those who face discrimination based on their African heritage. We urge all South Africans to embrace the spirit of unity and reject the remnants of our colonial and apartheid past. So yeah, guys, this is the official statement. Although I butchered some of the words, and I did see that a lot of people are saying we will never vote for the EFF, when we are trying to basically tell you how we feel about certain topics. You guys are always going against us. You're just like most of these celebrities, you guys. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this topic? Please, guys, let's just engage one another down on the comments. Like the video, and please also subscribe if you have not yet done so, and surely I will see you on the next one. Bye.